Need help recruiting students to build your enrollment for your course, especially if you're an elective or an AP course where you're actually trying to recruit students for your class. I'm going to share a really, really good pro tip for helping you with that. Just a little bit of background. Um, I was brought into my current position 20 years ago, recruited over to that school to take over and rebuild their AP Environmental Science program. And this is what I did. Initially started with 49 students with an 11% pass rate. So the program had really dwindled down to where it was in some trouble of continuing to exist in the school or with the fidelity that College Board would want. So the first thing I did was I took over those two sections. I made them fun, made them as hands-on as possible, and had or actually four sections of Earth space, and I recruited from those students. So I started building rapport and relationships with those students, and I recruited some of them over to the AP Environmental Science course. But here's something you can do that's very, very strategic, which is when enrollment comes around, which this time of year is when enrollment comes around, the students start enrolling for next year's classes. I would do very visible, fun, hands-on activities to where the students would ask, what class is that? How do I get involved with that class? And the other thing I would do is plan a few very visible field trips. That's what I'm doing this year. This year I'm taking the students out to visit scrub jays. That will be a big buzz around the school as the students take pictures of the scrub jays and talk about the hike and all of the hands-on activities we do out there. I'm also taking them out to the Central Florida Zoo. And again, I have strategically planned those activities to occur while enrollment is as beginning because I want to recruit those students. Also, you want to reach out to other teachers in your department. So I will be visiting several of my science colleagues and asking them to steer their strong students towards AP Environmental Science, or even students who are struggling as long as they have a good work ethic and want to go to college. I want to have those students steered towards my AP Environmental Science class as well. And then I currently have a couple of sections of ecology. I'll recruit from those as well. So those are kind of the three things I'm going to do to the results when I did this initially were we had 49 students, two sections with 11% pass rate. I built that within 3 years into a waiting list of students for AP Environmental Science, and I tripled and then quadrupled the pass rate. Um, so again, it's simple. Three things: leverage your relationships with your colleagues. Ask them to send students to your class. Uh, Basically, plan a couple of visible activities on campus that will get students to maybe visit a couple clubs. Have some of your current students visit classes with other students in them, and then plan a couple field trips that are the students want to be part of. Another thing, our marine science course at our school is got a huge number of sections, and that's partly, I mean, first of all, they have incredible instructors in that course, but the second thing is that they're very strategic about they have their SeaWorld trip planned about the same time as enrollment, so that will also encourage students who are not currently enrolled and saying, "How do I go to SeaWorld next year?" All right, well, hopefully these will be some tips that you can use to help build your enrollment for your class. Have a great school year. Keep being heroes. Colster out.